Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Mike Rambuya. I am your average Joe card slinger, and today is going to kind of be a little short video. I do apologize for the lack of videos, but life has kind of been busy. But I did want to get a video out to mark the 5th anniversary of the Digimon TCG. Yes, Digimon TCG technically has been out for 5 years, though the English release was almost a year later. But I kind of want to do a quick video talking about where the game was when we started 5 years ago to where the game is now. I have enjoyed this game. This game has definitely reignited my love for not only Digimon, the series, but TCGs in general. And I'm always looking for different TCGs to get back into and just have fun. So, let's get on with this 5-year overview of Digimon. And again, this is not going to be a deep dive. I do plan to go on maybe some deep dives throughout the year, maybe a video per month where I'm focusing on where the game was, where it is now, where I hope it gets to go, and some of the challenges we still have in the game. Though, take everything I say with a grain of salt. I am a very casual player. There are plenty of people who are, I would say, definitely more qualified to talk about these things. Some of them have even competed and won championships. So those are the people you need to listen to when you talk about meta. But as casual player, I think it's also important to point out what makes the game fun for everyone. But that's for later videos. Today, let's talk about how much the game has grown in the past 5 years. And the craziest thing is the amount of product that has come out. So, as I said before, this game is 5 years old. May 15th, 2020, in Japan is when the Digimon TCG first released, with the English release coming out in around February 12th of 2021. If I remember right, there were some delays depending on the region, but that's generally when the English release has come out. And now, after 5 long years, we're now on the same schedule. Before, there was like a 6-month delay. We actually got sets 1 through 3 in 2 different packages, 1.0, 1.5. They did it again with a 2.0 and 2.5 to get us caught up. But now, moving forward, we are going to be on the same release schedule as Japan, so there won't be any real disconnect between the two. Since then, as recording of this video, there's been 21 base sets, 8 extra sets, and 21 starter / pre-con decks released. And these sets have definitely grown the game. We've definitely seen fan favorites such as Agumon, Gabumon, Agunimon, various tamers be released multiple times, and each version brings something new to the game. Extra sets are kind of fun to collect because they are more thematic sets, and they're a lot smaller, only about 70 to 80 cards, and a lot of things to do, such as we got an entire dragon focused deck. We got an alternate universe type deck to where we got alternate beings of Gallantmon and Omnimon. We got kind of an angels and demons theme deck, and then starter decks. Most of them have been pretty basic, but we've also got some advanced starter decks, which give you the core 50 card deck and the 5 egg deck. 4 egg deck, but you also get a handful of cards you can swap out, and it's just a great way to kind of hop into the game. And we're not even done with 2025. By the end of 2025, we're going to see BT22, BT23, EX09, which is the next release in June, and EX10. I'm excited for EX9 because it's going to be a VPET focus deck, so a lot of the cards are going to have this cool VPET design, and basically any Digimon that appeared in the VPET are going to have that design. And so at the end of 2025, we're going to be almost at 25 base sets and 10 extra sets. And if I remember right, there's even rumors of a new advanced deck coming out soon, or coming out in the future. So a lot of cool things, hopefully a lot of fun new mechanics to mess with and learn to increase the enjoyability of this game. Now, where did this game start? Well, if we look back at the very first set, we started with 5 colors. We had red, blue, yellow, which all came out with starter decks. The base set included green and our first white card of Omnimon. After that, in BT2, we got our next 2 colors of black and purple, 2 of my preferred play colors, and of course these brought their own kind of more unique mechanics. Black brought things such as reboot, which allows you to unsuspend on your opponent's turn to give yourself a little extra defense, and purple mainly focus on retaliation, things like retaliation and other items such as that. And then from there, the game continued to grow with some notable additions. When we get to BT4, we got our first look at the hybrid Digimon with a Goonimon, and kind of this new trend of introducing new mechanics, not just in BT2, but BT4 also introduced Digiburst, which allowed us to get rid of 2 of our Digivolution cards for extra bonuses. Then finally in BT7 we got hybrid tamers, tamers that had inheritable effects that allowed us to actually benefit from digivolving the hybrids on top of tamers. Next, BT8 gave us our first dual color cards, and such things such as Armored Evolution or Armored Purge and DNA Digivolution. Before it was either either color A, color B, but now Digivolution, you take the 2 Digimon, you stack them together, and you have this giant stack full of Digivolution cards that you could use to benefit your Digimon. Then in BT9 we got introduced to X Antibodies. X Antibodies have been in the game before, but those were what probably called natural carriers. These were the X Antibody forms we got. Basically, this will allow you to a Digimon of the same name, Digivolve on top of each other, usually at a lower cost or free. Magma Examon, given that he's going from a 4 to a 6, definitely costs more, but we got these interesting effects of going from level 3 to level 3 to level 4 to level 4, increasing the ability that our main Digimon would have. Next, BT10 introduced Digicross, where kind of similar to DNA Digivolution, where you got to take various parts, various Digimon, kind of stack them together, but it reduced a play cost rather than a Digivolution cost. Next, we get BT13, which introduced us to our first in the breeding era gameplay with the Royal Knights, where you put Royal Knights in the breeding area to then play them out later on, and Digiburst, where we be able to use the Tamer and the Digimon to burst Digivolution into level 7s. And then we had the biggest one so far is, or at least to me mechanically, kind of the biggest, the one that had in the past couple sets, is the Ace cards. Basically hand traps that allowed you to, during the combat phase of your opponents, digivolve into something stronger to maybe disrupt your opponent's attack. And after that, we just continued to grow. We got things such as Mind Link, which actually allowed us to put Tamers underneath Digimon and give them inheritables. We got new Ace cards. We got with new Digimon products such as the new Digimon movie. We got Liberator. We got Seekers. They did an entire set where it was kind of more focused on the various Digimon movies. So we had kind of a cool Diaboromon and Doomsday Clock, to where if you get 4 of these Doomsday option cards, the game would end. Kind of similar to the ticking clock in the movie. Plus X Antibodies expanded. With Liberator, we got different mechanics such as putting security cards face up. and giving your Digimon uh, bonuses. And the latest thing is that oh, sorry. And then we have the extra sets, and the extra sets were thematic sets, but even they introduced new mechanics. Uh, Again, like I said, these were more thematic, so we had like EX8 and 7, which were kind of Liberator theme. EX4, the alternate beatings, allowed us to get stuff like Chaos Gallantmon. EX1 was a fun set because we got to see kind of the classic Digimon, or at least they're kind of the first Digimon art style, and some homages to the first Digimon TCG. Other things has been more focused on, um, like EX3 being focused on like the four great dragons or dragons in Dragon Digimon in general. Uh, the Gate of Deadly Sins, introduced in EX6, was part of a kind of an angel demon set, and it also had a similar mechanic to Royal Knights, to where you put demon lords inside the breeding area to play them out later. And the latest one in BD21 is the addition of Appmon. Appmon kind of being this maybe a bit weird side series of Digimon, to where they, for the most part, acted like Digimon, but rather than having the stages like Rookie, Champion, Ultimate, they had Standard, Superior, and other items such as that, and it's more focused on phone um, phone apps. Plus, they introduced a new mechanic called Link, which allows you to play the Digimon under to the side, not a Digivolution card, but a Link card that then gives your Digimon an effect and some more DP power. And that's just where this game has gone. 21 sets and almost all series and movies, and maybe not the comics yet, but maybe as the game goes on, we'll get more representation from the various mangas as well. And the thing is, we're not close to being done. In the next year, we're hopefully going to get our first glimpse of Digimon Elysian, which is, in my opinion, going to be a Digimon. If you're familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, where they kind of have a story mode and a simpler version, I'm thinking that this will still allow you to play Digimon regularly, but it's going to have a single player story. And of course, there will be cards slowly introduced in Elysium that we hopefully will then get to see in the regular Digimon TCG. Not to mention, we are hopefully this year getting a new game, Digimon Story Time Stranger. It's been way too long since our last Digimon Story game, and who knows, maybe they'll do promo cards. And we're getting two sets based on Digimon Story, Saboteurs and Hacker's Memory this year, so hopefully we won't have to wait as long to get get a set that introduced themes from Digimon Time Stranger once that comes out. And lastly, hopefully in October of this year, we'll get Digimon Beat Break, a new Digimon anime. Um, and again, just another opportunity to take products from others from other Digimon properties into our card game that we can then hopefully enjoy and get excited about. And yeah, I am super hopeful for the future of Digimon TCG and Digimon. This year hopefully will revitalize people, and then going to 2026, the engine will still go. Like I said, I'm probably going to do videos like this throughout the rest of the year, talking about where the game currently is, talking about various new mechanics when they were introduced in the series, and also talking about what could be improved. Like I said, this is not a perfect card game, and as I said earlier, we went from 7 keywords to now almost 40 different keywords we have to focus on and we have to learn. And maybe that's a negative, who knows? But hopefully I'm going to spend the next year talking about this game and hopefully gauging you, hopefully encouraging you to take a chance and play this game yourself. But that's enough of me rambling. I do apologize about lack of videos. Hopefully starting after this, I'll be able to get back into regular content. But till then, May you pulls be blessed, be safe, take care of yourself, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.